DC load line. We know about load line. Load line is a line drawn on the output characteristics of a transistor. What is about DC load line? DC load line is also a line drawn on the output characteristics of a transistor. But the specialty of DC load line is when we are applying input in the DC form, that line is called a DC load line. We know that we have applied DC at the input side and also at the output side. To make the transistor to work as an amplifier, we have to forward bias the base emitter junction. So let us assume this is an NPN transistor. This is the emitter. We have given the voltage in the form to forward bias the base emitter junction and reverse bias the base collector junction. So let us assume the output characteristics of a CMOS transistor. This is VCE, that is the output voltage VCE, and IC, that is the output current, and the output characteristics will seems like the same, like these curves, at the constant input current, that is IB. Okay, keep it aside. Now to draw a line, that is load line, on the output characteristics of a curve, we have to find the equation, that is y is equal to mx plus c in this form. From this we can find the 2 points of the line, that is 2 extreme points of the line. With those 2 extreme points we can join a line between the 2 points. To find the line, we have to apply the KVL at the output loop. The KVL equation at the output is VCC minus voltage drop across a resistor, that is ICRC, and voltage drop across collector to emitter junction, that is VCE, that is equal to 0. We have taken that IC in y-axis and VCE on x-axis. So ICRC is equal to VCE minus VCE plus VCC. IC is equal to minus VCE by RC plus VCC by RC. IC is y and VCE is x. This equation is in the form of y is equal to mx plus c. Here slope is m is equal to minus 1 by RC. This is the slope of this equation. We can find the 2 extreme points from this equation. If IC is equal to 0, then VCE is equal to VCC. We have got one point, that is VCC comma 0. That is, we have to form 2 points in the form of VCE comma IC. This point is in the form of VCE comma IC. VCE is equal to VCC and IC is equal to 0. This VCC is nothing but the biasing voltage. Let us name this point as A, and if VCE is equal to 0, then if VC is equal to 0, IC is equal to VCC by RC. We have got another point, that is, let us name it as B. That is, if VCE is equal to 0, then the IC is equal to VCC by RC. With the help of these 2 points, we can plot a line. The first point is VCC comma 0. VCC comma 0. Let us situate this point at this VCC comma 0, and another point is 0 comma VCC by RC. Let us assume this point at here, 0 comma VCC by RC. If we join these 2 lines, we can form a line. These 2 points we can form a line which is known as load line. With this help of this load line and this output characteristic curves, we can find Q point. Q point is nothing but operating point. We can find different Q points if the with number of output characteristics curves and with a single load line. For good amplification, we have to select a point perfectly. That will be that we will learn in selection of the Q point. This is all about DC load line. We have seen about DC load line. Now we will understand what is AC load line. AC load line is also a line drawn on the output characteristics of the CE mode amplifier, but in this we are applying AC input. This is VAC and this is VBE voltages at the input. This is for biasing voltage, which will keep the base emitter junction of the transistor in forward bias, and here we are applying VCC. Collector to base junction it will be in reverse bias. We are using some other components, that is capacitors. We are using these capacitors because this is the AC voltage at the input. For the proper coupling, we are using capacitors. These capacitors will offer very less impedance while comparing to resistors with the AC. So we can neglect the impedance of these capacitors. If we analyze this loop, we can connect this RC. If we analyze this loop, we can connect this as VCC and another to ground. This will be VCC, and this battery other end is connected to ground and the RL is connected to ground. Now let us assume that these two branches are parallel to each other. These two resistors are parallel. So the equivalent impedance is 1 by RC plus 1 by RL. That is equal to RC plus RL by RC into RL. This is equal to REAC. Let us assume this as an REAC. That is the resistance offered for AC input. Now, previously we have drawn characteristic curves of CE mode amplifier, and we have find DC load line. Now let us assume this as a Q point. This is the point VCC, 0. This is 0, VCC by RC. This is a point P and this is a point A. This is a Q point, and this will be VCCQ, VCEQ. That is the voltage, that is the output voltage at the Q point. This current will be ICQ, that is the output current at Q point. Now to find the AC load line, we have to, there is a requirement of these two quantities. Here the total response is AC response plus DC response. So we can get the maximum VC as VCE. Max VC is equal to VCEQ plus ICQ into RAC, and maximum IC is equal to VCEQ by RAC plus ICQ. This is ICQ plus VCEQ by RAC will be the remaining. We are having slope for the AC load line as M is equal to minus 1 by RAC. Here, when compared to the DC load line, the slope of DC load line is 1 by RC. But here, RAC value is low as these two branches are in parallel. RAC value is lower than RC. So, the slope of the AC load line will be more than the slope of the DC load line. So, we can expect AC load line as this. This is the maximum VCE. So, at the maximum VCE, IC will be 0. So, one point we have got as VCEQ plus ICQ RAC comma 0. This is the one point, and the another point is max IC will be occur at VCE is equal to 0. So 0 comma VCEQ by RAC plus ICQ. This is the another point. With the help of 2 points, we can plot the AC load line also. Let us name this point as C and this point as D. This is the C and this is the D. This is the AC load line. This is about AC load line. With the help of DC load line, AC load line and the characteristic curve, we can find a Q point.